Hey, good afternoon, Heritage family. Scott Cleveland here, and I just wanted to walk through the registration process as we gear up for in-person worship registrations, including kids and students. I just wanted to walk you through just to give you kind of an overview of how to do that to make your process a little bit more simpler. I just want to say again, thank you so much for being willing to register as we seek to abide by the guidelines for social distancing. And so we just want to give a little video of how you can help you out in a little bit. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And now one of the things is we're going to be gearing up for registration starting September 13th, where we're going to ask you to register your kids for Heritage Kids. If you have students in the youth group, register for that. And it's going to be a little bit different registration process. So I'm going to go ahead and work that through for you. Now I'm going to go in here, as you can see, the events page. You'll see September 13th. That's our new registration. There's an in-person one, but I'm just going to use the test version one. You'll actually use the regular one, but this will say registration is closed. It'll be closed until the week before that. So I'm going to use the test registration just so for demonstration purposes. So you'll be able to click on that. And then if you're already logged in or registered, you could do that. But then you would click on register. Now, again, you're going to be prompted to enter your mobile phone number, a code, or you can use your regular email address. But I'm going to use my phone number. It's a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and type my phone number and then click next. And I'm going to wait about like a minute and I'll get a 6-digit code that comes in the form of a text message. And so I got that code there. So I'm going to type in that and click next. And then it's going to say your name. If that's not you, you can click here. But if it is you, you can go ahead and click log in as Scott. And then what that's going to do is that's going to bring up your household. And so for this type of registration, we're going to ask you to register every single person in your household. Now, this is different from the way we've been doing it before, where you just type a number. And this is actually going to be able to allow families with kids and students to select their grade and register for them. So I'm going to go ahead and select myself, and I'm going to actually register my wife. So if one person can register for your family, and then you'll be able to click the drop down here. Now, for most of you, it will be adults. That will get you to the worship service in the family room or the auditorium. But if you have kids or students, you'll be able to do that. Now, for me, what it's doing is it's pulling my age in our church database. So adults or Heritage Youth will be able to register for that. And so if you're not a Heritage Youth leader, then you're going to go ahead and negate that. But if you are a Heritage Youth leader, you'll click on that and register for yourself. But all of the rest of us who are going to the worship service in the family room or the auditorium will click adults. And that'll be true for everyone. So we're going to click on adults. You can also add somebody else here if this person is or is not in your household, and you can go ahead and register them there as well. But I'm going to just go ahead and do my household here and click next. And then what it'll do is it'll take you to the details page. So your information should be put in there already. Scott's information, his personal phone number, and then his work email and his home email. And that's just one of the ones we have on file. And that's going to be okay. If for some reason we don't have your contact information, you'll be able to put it in there. And then the next part is going to be this add-ons part here. That's going to select the worship service for 9:30. You're going to want to make sure to select that. And then that'll give you a drop down where you can select either the family room or the auditorium. Auditorium here, family room here. And so me and my wife, we're going to go to the family room that week. And then so I'm going to continue to Haley, which is the next person in my household. Again, this is her personal information. We have it there. And then we're going to go to the worship service, and she's going to be in the family room with me. And then we're going to click review. Once you do that, that'll take you to the review page where you'll be able to see kind of just everything and double check that information. So Scott, he's an adult for worship service in the family room, and my wife, Haley, she's on the worship for the family. Now, if for some reason you click the wrong one, you can go in and edit that and go back and say, if I wanted to do the auditorium, you could click that and go through that, and then just double check Haley's. Oh, we're going to go into the auditorium, and so we'll review that, and that'll take you to the review page again. And once you do that, you can complete your registration, and you'll be good to go for the worship service registration. You'll get a confirmation email that'll go there, and that'll just let you know that you have been registered, and you can go back from there. Now, if you've already registered or you're not sure, if you go back and click on the worship service registration test, it will actually say registration is open, and it'll say register again because I've already registered, and that means you're going to go ahead and do that. And I got an email from that, so I'm going to go and click on that, and you can see here that the Heritage Baptist Church, thanks for signing up to worship registration, adults worship service at 9:30, and I can click and view that, and that'll take me right to this registration. If I need to make any adjustments, I can do that here, or I can view the details as well. Now, it's going to be different for families that have children. Those of you with families, you're going to have a registration that will include your children. So I'm going to go and log in here, and I'm already logged in, and you can note by the picture up there, but if you're not logged in, you can just refer to the video a little bit earlier. But then I'm going to go ahead and register for this. And I'm going to register myself and my wife, and I'm an adult, so I'm going to do that. If you're a youth worker, an adult, this will be here, or if you have kids in the youth group, you're going to want to register for them as well. But see, I can't register kids because that's not my birthday. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to make up a child's name, so Scott Jr. Cleveland, and spell that right. And this person is not in my household, but they're going to be a child from 0 to 11. And then what we're going to ask you to do then is type in their birth date. If you're associated with Heritage and have checked in before, your child's birth date will be there. But I'm going to go ahead and click on just September the 1st, and then go to next. So for my information as a parent or an adult, it's going to be there, and I'm going to select just the type of service that I'm going to go. Then I'm going to go to the next person in my household, my wife. I'm going to do the worship service in the family room as well, and then we're going to go to any child that you have in your household. And this is going to ask a little bit more information. So asking a grade, it's going to be pre-K, any medical notes, the emergency contact. And then what you're going to do here is your add-on is you're going to have a couple more options since this is a kid. So if you're coming for the 9:30 service and staying the whole time, you would register for both of these. But if you're just coming from the 9:30 and leaving after that first service, you would just select the type that you would need. And since this little guy is 1 year old, I'm going to select the nursery, and then they're going to be here for both services. So I would click on nursery for both. Now, if you're only going to be one, you only need to do that, but this is going to be for the nursery. And then if you have an older child, again, these are the grades. So 1st through 4th grade, you would select that for both options. But because he's only one, we're going to select that, and then you're going to go to the review. And so that's how you'll register your whole entire family. For you who have multiple kids, you'll just have to select them, so we'll know how many kids to plan for to make sure we have enough teachers and enough spots for them. And then you just go ahead and complete the registration, and you'll see how to do that for a family in a household. If you have any questions, please just call us at the church office, or if you need help, you can click on this button and it sends an email to me that lets you know that you need some assistance. And then you'll also get an email like, okay, Scott Jr., he's in the nursery for both hours there. If you're only staying for the first hour, you only need to register for the first one as well. And then once you do it, you'll get the hang of it. And that'll be a process to be able to help our Heritage Kids volunteers know how many kids to plan on for that. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to call the church office or email me, and I'm glad to get you set up with that.